Right, well, hello everyone, and welcome to this special recipe that I'm doing on behalf of Steph's little Just Giving campaign for the British Heart Foundation as a kind of alternative to the commercialisation of Valentine's Day. And the premise for this recipe is that, you know, on Valentine's Day, ideally we should be showing our loved ones, as in the ones that we've given our hearts to, you know, how much we love them and how much we want to look after them. So this meal is basically designed to be good for your heart. And it's going to be really low in fat, really like super lean, full of antioxidants and full of like nice lean things. So we've got pigeon, some cooked beetroot from the shop, and then I've got some Brazil nuts, some cocoa nibs and a little bit of salt, and that's going to be our kind of seasoning and texture dish to it. And then for an extra kind of vitamin and mineral burst, I've got some sprout tops. There you go. Which we're going to put down. And the best thing about this meal as well is that it's really quick and easy to prepare, so you can spend lots of time snuggling on the sofa and, I don't know, watching a notebook, whatever it is people do on Valentine's Day. So we're going to start, as we always do, by warming up our pans over there. And the first we're going to do is going to get the pigeon on. My oven's preheated to 220 degrees, and the pigeon, once they've been seared off, are going to cook for about 6 minutes and then rest, and that'll give us plenty of time to get on with the rest of our dinner. Okay, so we're going to cover them in oil. And we're going to go in to our frying pan. Put them on the crown first, like on the flat part of it. And we just want to get a nice bit of colour working on those. I've just boiled the kettle as well, because I'm going to make a beetroot puree out of green tea. Again, mainly for its antioxidant properties, phytophenols, really good for the blood flow, and therefore if you're helping the blood, you're going to be helping your heart, aren't you? So we make the tea, leave that to infuse for a couple of minutes. In the meantime, we can get on with our beetroot. Let me think. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to serve some with the pigeon as a garnish. I'm just going to cut that into kind of chips, if you like, or wedges. Don't have to be too fussy about it. Put those back in there, and then the rest I'm just going to dice up, because as soon as the tea is warm, I'm going to warm these through, and that will help me blitz it to the puree. Basically going there. That's going to go on the heat. Come back over to our pigeon. So you've got a nice golden brown colour there. You can rest it on its side. We're not going to eat the skin either, because unfortunately the skin, although it goes nice and crispy, does contain the kind of fats that will raise your cholesterol ever so slightly, you know, and we want to be healthy today. Clean down the board. Okay, I'm going to pour the tea over the beetroot and let that warm through for a little bit. And we can start on the sprout tops. Literally, you can use the whole lot, but just because I want to get this done quickly, I'm going to rip the top head out, run my knife through it that way, and then shred it really quite coarsely. Like that. Okay, pigeons onto the other side. Some boiling water, some water onto steam of greens. Things back over, coloured, in the oven, 6 minutes. Don't forget to put your beetroot chips in with your pigeons. Okay, meanwhile, we can concentrate on our little kind of spicy, well not spicy, but our chocolatey seasoning, if you like. These are cacao nibs, I don't know if you can see them, and they're like, basically the cacao seed, like just ready to crush up, and it's lovely. It's a really bitter, like spicy crunch. It's like the best chocolate you've never had. I'm going to pop that in a pestle and mortar, a little bit of salt, and this is the only salt that we're adding to the whole dish because we want to keep our sodium levels low if we want to have a healthy heart. And then a few bits of Brazil nut, and I'm literally just going to give it a light crunch. You can use the back of a knife or the bottom of your saucepan if you've not got a pestle and mortar. But this is going to go really well with like the richness of the pigeon and the sweetness of the beetroot. And we sprinkle it on the bottom of the plate, so if we cut through everything we get a little bit, and then we're going to have the salt and the nuttiness and the chocolate flavour coming through. It'll be really good with it. So you can see there, it's still quite coarse. That's going to be a really nice little counter to the pigeon. Okay, our beetroot is warm. I'm going to pop that into my little blender. And then, haha, it's going to get a bit noisy. And a little bit messy too. And then what we've got is a nice puree, packed full of vitamins and antioxidants, and it's really quite flavourful as well. It's going to go really nicely with our pigeon, which only has another minute or so in the oven, provided my new kitchen doesn't let me down. Now we just wait, you see. It's going to take 2 minutes for our greens to cook. We'll do that when the pigeon comes out of the oven, and we're good to go. Okay, the pigeons have had 8 minutes rather than 6, and they're just a little bit giving when you give them a squeeze. You still want them quite pink. And then what we're going to do, we'll leave them to rest. We'll blanch our sprout tops, and then we'll put the plate together. Okay, and just see over there, our water's up to the boil. I'm going to drop my sprout tops in. I've not got too much water because I don't want to lose all the goodness of the vegetables and the vitamins and that in the boiling process. So it's more like a blanch than anything else. And put the cutlery lid that doesn't fit on the plate. In 2 minutes we're ready to serve. Alright, so our greens have had 2 minutes. They're still, I really should stop doing that, really verdant, which is great. Pour off the excess water. Give it a good squeeze. Turn off the heat. And then what we want to do is just add a little bit of olive oil to our greens, because a lot of the V vitamins that are contained in things like broccoli and cabbages, all the kind of, what's the word, brassicas, a lot of their vitamins are fat soluble rather than water soluble. So by putting them with some olive oil, we're going to digest and absorb more of the nutrients involved or contained within. Let's look at our pigeons. Should say the wishbone was taken out by the butcher, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take off the leg. I mean, if you get them farmed, chances are they're going to be a lot less bloody than these ones which I've got, which have been probably shot by some angry farmer. Take off the legs. Excuse me. I'm not going to serve the legs, by the way. I'm just going to serve the breast because I want to make it look like a heart when I put it on the plate. So when we've got our breasts, you see they're beautiful and pink. Trim them up a little bit, because what I want to do is make them look like a little heart when I put them on the plate. So that's the kind of guy I am. Oh yeah, I forgot to get the skin off. Literally just on your finger, pull it off. Pinch it up, finger underneath, pull it off. And we can start to dress our plate. So we'll go. Maybe 2 little swipes, or a little swipe and a dot. Or you can just spoon it on with our beetroot puree. And a little bit of our chocolate Brazil nut and salt seasoning. It's going to be texture and a really nice flavour and a high antioxidant potential because of the chocolate. Take a little bit of our Brussels sprouts, tops, pop them down. Take a couple of our beetroot wedges. A bit more greenery. Our pigeon heart, if you like. And then just, again, to finish it off, a little bit of olive oil and a bit of seasoning. And there is a nice, heart-friendly Valentine's dish. Please donate to the link below because it's for a really worthy cause. Bye bye.